Welcome back to Fantasy TV, where we get the inside scoop on your real passion, dig deep into your aspirations, and make that fantasy dream become a reality. Today's fantasy is about a woman who's bringing passion back into R&B, watching her get a standing ovation at multiple showcase platforms, to being featured in NYC's hottest blog websites, to even being on Power 105 radio station. And how can I forget Hot 97, Who's Next Wednesday? Cheeche Lovato, welcome to Fantasy TV.
Hello, hello, hello.
You outside.
Hello, we outside and all that, and all that, and all that.
You feel me?
Yes.
All right, so talk to me. What brings you up on this platform?
Well, just up and coming, doing my thing. Just wanted to show love and be a part of such a great platform with great artists that I've seen come on here before me.
You feel me?
He knows how to pick them. He knows how to pick them. But all jokes aside, thank you for having me.
Of course.
Thanks for reaching out. I'm so happy to be here.
Word. So give us a little background for the people who aren't tapped into Cheeche Lovato. Who is Cheeche Lovato?
Okay, so I'm Cheeche Lovato. Hey, y'all. I'm from Brooklyn, New York, Bedstuy to be exact. RVPs, if you know, you know. I've been singing since I was like 2, 3. Started writing music at 9. Dropped my first song ever at like 14, 15. So I kind of knew this is what I've been wanting to do since like,
It's legit.
and, I'm just fire. Got, that sauce in me. And if y'all need real R&B, authentic R&B, alternative R&B, this is the girl you need to be searching in y'all type bars and all that. But I'm just a messenger.
You heard it here first, though. Now, how would you describe your music sense? So definitely in the R&B genre. Mm-hmm. So what is like? How would you describe your
My
sound sonically?
So in the beginning stages, I was still trying to figure that out for real. But it wasn't until 2020 to where I feel like I really got a gist of what category to put it in. I personally feel like I do alternative R&B, but I also get grouped in the traditional R&B sense because I do have a lot of songs that give that as well. But I want to say a mixture of alternative, pop, R&B.
All right.
But yeah.
So for the people who aren't tapped in, they can't find you on like no drill beat or you dissing no bitch. You know what I'm saying?
I have a drill song out there. I think I have one.
It's in the vault. I don't think y'all gonna hear it, man.
Nah, it was out, and the other artist, shout outs to him, he took it down for some reason.
Now, being that you are a Brooklyn Bedstuy artist, who else have you collaborated with? Or who else have you collaborated with?
Shout out to Hollywood Scrams. That's my bro. I collabed with him. He's a rapper.
All right,
he's
tap
from
in.
Brooklyn. TK Ant, another one. Shout outs to him. Collabed with him. True Vinci. Shout outs to him.
Yes,
he's
sir.
doing his thing out here. Ivy. She's a girl rapper. I don't do a lot of singer collabs, but she's one of my fave collabs I've ever done. And yes, she what's her IG, Poison Ivy or something like that. I could be wrong. I'm sorry if but if y'all search up Set the Tone, y'all know who I'm talking about. And I know I'm missing like 2 or 3. Maui, he's a singer. Great singer, very, very talented, very, very talented. And then I have a feature in the works with Yaya. She raps.
Yeah. I feel like that name rings a bell.
It should. She from Yonkers. No, she's just a regular
spitter, New York bars.
Definitely.
I can't wait.
Very excited for that to drop soon.
No, I'm tapped in, respectfully. Now, could you recall the first track you've ever made in the studio?
Yes, and it was horrible.
Well, of course, our first try. You feel what I'm saying? Our first try ain't gonna be the
Oh
best.
my gosh.
What's it sounding?
It's on SoundCloud to this day. I'm never taking that down because that was, the sample, but
OG
it's
drop.
named My Way. I'm pretty sure when I blow up, that's gonna be a meme in some way. I remember another artist who was hot at the time who was in the studio told me that I wasn't singing for real. I don't want to name drop, but
You feel what I'm saying?
you know what I mean? But back then, that always gave me the drive to push even more because I was trying to, get familiar with the studio vibe because it was all new to me. And, he just shut that down. He was like, yeah, it sounds cool and all, but you're not really, singing. Like, we need to feel that emotion. And I'm
I'm
just
saying
like,
the passion. I get what you say. Hey, it's all
like,
good.
you know, like, damn,
the
I
first
definitely
time
just
try.
said, like, this is my first time, but he ain't show no mercy. But, you know,
Not too much. Not too
great,
much. Like,
great practice for, you know, how social media is
nah,
today.
word. Definitely. Now we're gonna push off of your first couple songs that you dropped. Let's talk about new work. So you have 3 new songs I wanted to bring up: Chi Mode, Insecure, and Just Saying. Talk to me about the first one, Insecure. That's the most recent one.
Yes, Insecure, I wrote at a time where I was just trying to regulate my emotions. And I don't, surprisingly enough, I feel like as vulnerable as I am with my songs, I'm not super mushy vulnerable with my feelings and putting that on paper. And I felt like Insecure was just a song where I was just unapologetically honest with the fact that I'm insecure about certain things. And it's hard for someone like me who's just so and like strong and like can't let anybody break you down to really sit there and be like, this makes me insecure, like, because then you know you start to feel like,
You got this.
you know,
Mostly on your big girl shit, but sometimes big girls have a soft heart. Now I like that. Big girls have a soft heart. I'm Jack. We should make that. You know what I'm saying? Y'all may not steal my gangsta. I ain't fucking with that. But go ahead, continue.
Yeah, I just wanted to put something out to where I know I won't be the only female to feel like this. So I have some relatability, but also just see how me being this vulnerable gravitates to other people. Like, see, because even the beat itself is different. Like, it's not really a beat for real. It's just more so sound and melody and instruments. And, like, that's a risky thing to do because everything is about, got to catch the
I'm saying the
beat.
beat, how fast
You
it
know,
is it
like,
catchy?
people go on the beat more than the lyrics a lot. So
You're relying more on your lyrics on this one.
it was very risky, uncomfortable in a good way. And I just like to push myself and make myself as uncomfortable, you know, in order to grow.
Nah, I fuck with that. Now for the music video, you were in the tub, right? Were you really, were those real tears, or for I'm saying, I had to get your actor moment on? Did the fake tears for that?
That was 100% fake tears.
Oh
But I
shit.
was trying to, you know,
Get in the mode.
Right.
Right.
But nah, I can't cry on cue yet. You know, I'm not that great of an actress yet to just.
You know what I'm saying?
I was trying. No, I'm sorry.
And from your experience doing music videos, who's your favorite videographer?
Who I've worked with?
Yes.
Ooh, I don't want to hurt no one. Well, I have. Can I do a top 3?
All right, cool. Top 3.
Top 3 that I've worked with. First and foremost, gotta give to Court Street. Got to, like, he is such a creative genius. Even like when you give him how you want the video to be, he'll go beyond that. He'll stretch it out. He'll change something that you didn't even know really need to be in there and bring it to like cinematic, like, like, wow, how did you do that? Court Street. Second one, 1-in-1 Studios. Shout outs to him. You know, very, very dope videographer as well. Very creative. I like his color grading a lot. The last one, his name is Schmidt. We worked together in the beginning of my career. He goes by Royal Youths. Shout out to y'all. In all my beginning videos, that was his work. And like, I'm always gonna have loyalty to that because he was there from the beginning. But he's also really, really dope. And I hope he's doing well because I haven't spoken to him in like forever.
Nah, I love that word. Now, when it comes to your videos, like, do you really have the visionary already planned out in your mind on some Kanye West shit? You already directed the script and everything? Or?
I feel like I'm my creative director, but in terms of, directing behind the camera, that's what they do. But every video, I came up with the concept.
Like the theme, the idea, how you want to dress,
I may have
you want to set.
other people put like, add-on ideas and stuff, so I'll give them their credit. But mainly, I come up with every single creative concept. I like to be different. I don't like to do the standing in the hallway videos and just running up and down the street.
In the rain with your umbrella.
Like, let's put some artistic geniuses behind it. Have people want to keep watching it over and over.
That's a fact, sure.
Type shit.
Now, next question. Talk to me. What is like a worst breakup experience that you ever had? We don't gotta spill it. If I'm saying word, it's all good.
One of my favorite ones, because I had a horrible breakup. I can't wait for my tell-all. My favorite one, I would
Cheeche
say,
ebook coming out soon.
type shit. I was calling him all day. It's my ex. Calling him all day. Wasn't answering. So Crash Out Me was like, we gonna show up to his house. Showed up to his house. Knocked on the door. Mother wasn't trying to let me in. Persuade myself to come in there. So I'm like, okay, now I'm in the house. Knock on the door.
Okay, now I'm in. What the fuck?
You know, knock on the door. He inches out. He was shocked as fuck to see me. It's like he really saw a ghost. And I'm like, the lights off. TV's on. Suspicious. So what you doing? And what you doing? Long story short, he had a bitch in the room. Would not let me in the room. The bitch, she heard me. I'm very loud when I'm mad. So she heard me. What I did out of crash out nature is I waited for her in the hallway.
Wow.
To come out. She never came out. So I called my friends and we were planning to jump her. But, you know, I told him, we're not going to jump her. She could come outside. You know, we're not going to jump
anyway.
you. Like, she never came out. So we ended up going home. And then
She came through the escalator, girl.
no, we was waiting in the exit and everything. It did not.
Nah, not the 2
Like, we literally probably 5. But, you know, eventually we had to go. And, yeah, never went out with him since that day. You know, I had to pack him up.
Right.
Shout outs to the girl for staying in character and not coming out.
Nah, so you've definitely had your fair share of crash out moments. Would you
Not my proudest.
You know what I'm saying? Would you consider yourself a hard lover, or do you feel like you're one to just go with the flow? Whatever the vibe is coming off your way, you know what I'm saying? You could adapt to it, and is you know what I'm saying? Or you a hard lover? Whatever comes your way, this is a relationship. We standing on commitment. You know what I'm saying? We're
It
talking.
depends. The second one, yes. Definitely go with the flow. I have to really be in love with you to show that side, because I'm normally very like, I don't know, like you know, like if you know, you know, like I'm vulnerable, but like on the surface, I'm kind of like guarded. You know, I'm very selective with how I want to showcase things. Once I start liking someone, I lose common sense, so I have to be very sure I like someone before I'm, you know, phew, 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 phew.
Right.
But I can't do that with everybody. Hell no. Everybody can't get that.
How you feel about like clinginess? I feel like that's something that comes along with it, but personally, I'm not a fan of it, because like me, I'm very I'm gonna sometimes I'm a Sagittarius, so like I like my
Fire
dolly
sign.
time. I like to be by myself. You feel what I'm saying? Peace. Get to work on my hustle, my bit. You feel what I'm
You
saying?
need that personal.
Yeah, I don't like working while my girl's in a room or whatever. You feel what I'm saying? I'd rather just be dolly handling my business. You know what I'm saying? But personally,
Fair.
how about you?
I used to be very clingy, so let me not cap. Like I used to be annoyingly, obnoxiously clingy.
Stigmatized. Put it like that.
Yes, crazy. Put it on me. I don't know, but now, and because I go to therapy, I kind of learning boundaries and stuff, and kind of seeing why I had situationships and why I pushed certain men away, because it wasn't always them. I can admit sometimes it was me. I didn't know how to like let go and just let God with certain things. I just had to force things. It's like I was a control freak. So now that I'm realizing I have that tendency, I tend to, you know, catch it in the moment, get and raise the white flag, you know?
Now,
things.
this is a question that came to my head recently. Comfortable chi or vulnerable chi? What is the difference in between the two? How do you act with someone when you're comfortable, but when you're vulnerable between them?
Kind of one and the same for me, because if I'm comfortable around you, like, you see me, there's really nothing to hide. Comfortable chi is comfortable all around. So, like, I'm very goofy. Like sometimes too goofy. And it takes a certain kind of person to understand my sense of humor, too.
You can't be OD serious and you do some goofy shit. Like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, like, you gotta be ha-ha-haing with me, or at least, like, chuckle a bit to where you get it.
Entertaining,
You know, I can't do no stush-ass, stiff-ass nigga like that. I just want to be hard all day, and I'm a man, macho. I can't do that shit. Like, joke around, even act like, you know... So now, cause like,
you know what I'm saying? Be of you, bro. We not old. I get what you're saying.
I don't like
the space of love and youth. Word. The cheesy shit is okay sometimes.
Now, when I get into artist mode, that's different. But you know, aside from artist chi, comfortable chi is just herself all around. There's no filter. There's no guardness. There's just me. What you see is what you get.
All right. Now, artist chi, is that like more of like a locked in mode to you?
Artist chi, I like to say is my alter ego. Cheeche is like an alter ego. There's parts of me that is me in there, of course, but there's some exaggeration to it because this is just artist me. This is how I see myself in that aspect. And she's very, 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 very brave and bold and like bumptious and just all around a great freaking time and just want to turn up. And then personal me, I'm kind of starting to get in the introvert side. So like, I don't like to be around people all the time. After work, I just want to close my door and sit in silence. Like,
You know what I'm saying?
can't do it. But
Being in the mix 24/7 isn't always your bop anymore.
Yes, I've outgrown that.
Nah, word, I feel you on that. Definitely. All right, let me see. Now, matter of fact, yeah, because I feel like we talked a lot about insecure. Talk to me about Just Saying. What was your mindset when you was on that song?
I just wanted to spit something. Like, it literally was just, I just want to spit something. And I had my bro, TK, shout out to him, help me with, like, how to connect certain lines and punchlines to it be strong. Because I'm not a rapper. So, like, a lot of it was me. Let's not,
You know what I'm saying?
But I did get a little co-help. Yeah, whatever, it happens. I'm a singer. And I just really wanted to drop a song that was just vibey. Like, I didn't have no real concept. I heard the beat and I'm like,
nah, this one's hard. You from?
I'm gonna hook my shit on this. Like, and then I just started talking my shit, and then I wanted to have someone else on it. I didn't just hear me. So I hit up my boyfriend and I was like, who do you think would sound really good on this song? And he's good friends with True Vinci. So he was like, I think you should hit up him. I hear him on his beat, OD, y'all gonna tweak, blah, blah, blah. I said, okay, cool. Sent him the beat and like less than 5 minutes, he's already saying he got some shit he's about to record. So I think 2-3 weeks later, we went to the studio and he did that whole verse off the dome.
Yeah, that's pretty fast. I ain't gonna lie. Shout out to my
He
boy
didn't
True.
write
Word.
none of that down. He did all that freestyling. He probably did it over 2-3 times, but that's a natural right there.
Nah, that's hard. I fuck with that.
I can't do that.
Now, when it comes to the video, you got real creative with it. You definitely was in your best style element. You did it in like a corner store with your ock. That's your personal. That's your. If I'm saying that's down to like your people's or like random
No.
ock.
So that was part of the brand that I was in. They literally found the corner store, asked, hey, can we shoot behind the counter? This was in Queens, by the way. Can't be in Brooklyn. They would all said no. And then I guess because I was looking cute that day,
You know what I'm saying? I pull up.
they was like, word, this don't take too long, but y'all got 30 minutes. And in 30 minutes, I did my owl scene and I went behind the counter and then I caught a day. It was fucking brick that day. It was very fucking cold.
Oh, it was cold.
Okay.
Like spring.
That was in November.
Oh, how?
They had me, in that bra with the other content, walking down the Coliseum strip in a bra and jeans. Everybody was staring at me with they winter coats. Right? They was just like, I had to thug it out. It was so cold.
Nah, for real. Now talk to me. Mix that dawn with that deuce. What could ever go wrong?
What could ever go wrong?
What's your favorite mixed drink? You know what I'm saying? What you like to mix with your drinks?
I'm a champagne girly. I love bubbly. Oh my gosh. But if we're gonna do hard liquors, I'm getting into gin. I don't know where that came from. I was into tequila. I had my Henny phase. Now dark liquor makes me tired. My favorite mixed drink. Nah, it makes me drowsy. Wow. Like, I can't take Henny how I used to when I was 21, 22. I just get real tired. But if we at a party and it's not like a cocktail menu, I could do me a nice little grenadine, pineapple, and tequila thing, whatever. But if we talk about mixed drink, a Clover Club, a Cosmo.
Okay.
They're so good. They're yummy. I like rum punches. That's still weird. Dear to my heart.
Just call my fuck with the. I love mojito. You love mojitos?
I don't like mint drinks.
You don't like mint? We
Nothing
can't
in my
bang at
drink.
the ball. What the
That
fuck?
shit is yuck. What do you mean?
You don't. Okay. Let me see. What's another good one? Coconut pina coladas.
I love pina colada. How did
totally
I
opposites.
forget
Those are two
that? I love pina coladas.
Well, I can see that. I fuck with those.
Yes.
All right, now talk to me. We sipping on something right here. What is this concoction that I made for you? By the way, we always know all fantasy guests always get a complimentary drink when we on the podcast. So let's turn up. What you sipping on?
I'm sipping on that strawberry fantasy.
I
You
like
feel
that.
me?
From me, threw some
You
Bacardi in
know?
there, and she don't even drink rum. You heard her talk about gin.
I do drink rum punch.
No, but you know what I'm saying? You brought up gin first.
Because I'm starting to like mature into that now. Gin, it's funny in the beginning. I was never a gin, but now I'm like, gin kind of creep up on you, but it gives you a nice little aftertaste. It's cool.
And wine is not, you're not a double XL girly?
I don't like double XL, but I love wine. I feel like double
So
XL.
actual good brands.
Yes, it's so sweet. It's saturated. The only one I could tolerate is the berry one. That one is fire.
I know the blue logo.
But that pineapple shit.
Yeah, man, niggas
that
got
mango,
double XL, got champagne, wine,
grape.
y'all got cognac. Y'all niggas doing a lot.
Remember the Taylor Port phase?
Son, they doing a lot right now. You going front, y'all.
I ain't had
Stop dabbling in everything.
in a minute.
Nah, gangster though, respectfully. All right. Now, last one, Chimo. This is the song that I actually got put on to you from. I met you at Girl Chat 2, and from there we click off rip. Like I think we met that same day. We did a little Q&A.
We sure did.
So talk to me. Did you plan on playing that song on a performance or no? Because that shit locked in.
I was very, very self-critical leading up to Girl Chat. I will be 100% honest because it was 98% rappers. And I think I was the only R&B artist for the entire show. I think she specified that she just wanted me. And I was very flattered by that. So shout out to Chit Chat. She has definitely been looking out and trying to like help me get out more. So always going to have that love for you. I was just like, what song do I perform that not only showcase me, but goes with the vibe? Because with me, my song choices is picked based off the vibe of the venue or the vibe of the event. Because you don't want to be like the one that kind of kills the vibe.
R&B music in a spot full of street niggas.
Yeah, like, and if you do, it has to be particular to the sound that you keep hearing. It just has to make sense. So I have so many different types of songs. That's why I was just like, everyone's going to probably be doing drill or like pussy popping rap. And here I go talking about, I feel like I'm always searching. Like they gonna be like, yeah, let's go to the bar. We don't want to hear this shit. So I picked Chimo because it is both R&B and hip hoppy. I'm kind of singy rappy.
And honestly, when I first heard it, it made me want to spark a spliff and just be in the vibe.
Just be in the vibe. So I'm like, because it's females and the women is kind of like women empowerment type of song.
Women-oriented, all-female show.
Yes. I was like, that's perfect. And I did Frauds, which was for the women because it's male bashing. And yeah, I think I did a little warning in the beginning, like, hey, so like if it don't apply, let it fly. But we gonna talk some shit about y'all niggas. Word.
Nah, fuck with that. Now, this is one that didn't come off the top of my head. Frauds. Talk to me about that song. So you was bashing the fellas on that one. You was tired of the guys. What we did?
Talking my shit. I remember when I wrote that fucking song.
Yeah, somebody must have did bad.
I was in a situationship, and he was kind of like a bum. So like I felt like the more he kept trying to play with me for real, and I'm giving you this leisure and chance to be in my presence, it was like a how dare you. And then I thought about all the other bad relationships I've been in, and I just put it all in a song. Like every nigga I described was a nigga I've actually dealt with, dated, or been around.
You know what I'm saying? It was a big fuck you to your exes, baby.
Very, very big. And it's one of my most streamed songs, so.
Nah, fuck with that. Now, are you heavy or more on the male bashing side or on your lover girl? Which one do you show more in your music?
The male bashing. I have way more male bashy songs than I love you songs. And I'm trying to switch that. Trying to rebrand into the lover side. Yeah. Because I have good lover girl music. It's just not as much. Yeah. Because I feel like my niche is to talk my shit about y'all niggas.
Now, fuck it. If I ain't going front, if it helps in music, bro, by all means. I hope another experience come your way. You know what I'm saying? And he makes you get in the booth and spit that fire, for real. I hope so. Tread lightly, boss. Please tread lightly. Please. You slip up, you in the song.
My songs kind of be hits.
Nah, speaking of which, this is something that came to mind. Isn't this like an intimidating thing to date you? And let's just say this off the First thing I'm thinking in the back of my head, damn, if I fuck up, you about to talk shit, not say my name, but at least talk shit about
But
me in
write
the
a
song.
song.
Yeah.
I have a few songs I wrote about my boyfriend. I still love you. I love you so much. And one of them is pretty popular, but that's also what you have to like be prepared of dating an artist too. Like we get our inspiration from different things, and you can be part of the inspiration process. It may not be what you like to hear, but we're still expressing our emotions and putting it out to the universe for other people to relate and learn from. Everything it's about learning,
No, that's a fact, of course.
you know? But I mean, I've had a guy be like, you better not put me in a song, I'm a violate. And I still did. But, you know, you got to know what you're getting yourself into when dating someone who writes their own songs and who's a serious artist. You know, no shade.
You feel me? Now, you yourself, have you ever been in a relationship with someone who also is in the rapping industry?
I've had dated rappers and I've dated a singer.
All right, and how was that experience since y'all both, you feel what I'm saying, come from the same career?
I enjoyed how we created. Like whenever, and he was the only artist, let me say, that I was comfortable enough creating with, because I'm very secretive when I write songs. So I don't, hey, what you think this sound like, bro? Let me get your opinion. I just write, and if it sounds good to me, I record it, and then I get opinions. But when it comes to that process, I don't let nobody in, and that's bad because more input is sometimes good for the noggin. So he helped me co-write like a few songs, and I was actually comfortable about it. So we were very much on the creative aspect, the same wavelength, because this is what we both love to do. So, you know, that was the fun part, just watching that evolve. And like I can, yo, what you think about this beat? Like I finally have someone who I'm comfortable with to like be that comfortable with, because not a lot of people really sat there and
You
did
feel what
a
I'm saying?
writing
Critique
session.
your work, yeah.
Yeah, and that there's a pro and con, because you still need that. You don't need yes men, but I'm just so confident in my work sometimes that I feel like I don't need other people's opinion in my ear, because
Nice
that's
to
just
hit,
gonna,
but like I already know it's
you know,
fire.
it's just gonna.
I get what you. Yeah, I already know it's fire. Yeah, I totally feel you. Now, next question. Oh, what the fuck? I just was looking at this shit. My fault, bro. Give me a second. Yes. Speaking of background, do you come from a family of singers? Does your family auntie rap back in the days?
My
Mom got a
mom,
melodic voice?
my mom is a singer. But she sung a lot. She used to write her own songs. She still has her songbook from when she was a teenager. But she had me. So sorry, mom. She don't like regret it or anything, of course. But sometimes I'll be like, damn, if only you waited, you probably would have followed your. You know, I'll be feeling bad.
Oh, so that really
Like
was her passion back in the day. I was chosen the career path.
she was a singer for real, and she could blow.
No,
I
love
think
that.
my mother sing better than me, but you know,
So
so
talk
I
to me.
learned from.
Like as a kid growing up, what was you listening to?
I listened to a lot of different stuff. I know I was a Jackson 5 fan as a kid, and then that went into Michael Jackson, to Brandy, to Leah, to some Usher in there. Just a lot of throwback 90 music, even in the early 2000s, is what I grew up around.
Yeah.
You know.
Nah, that's hard. I fuck with that. I would have thought more Alicia Keys, Mariah J.
Nah, my mom was a big Brandy fan. So that's mainly what I remember, like, vividly. She used to play Brandy, especially the Full Moon album when it first came out. That first week, I can't forget it. Like, I was in the car, she would play that back to back to back to back.
You know what's crazy? Mine that I have a lot of like nostalgic attachment to is like Christian songs. Like I used to grow up with like Mad TD Jakes, Pamela Mann, bro. If we in the car, I could sing a Christian song, gangster. Niggas be probably like, what the fuck? I'm like, yeah, bro.
Look,
I used to hear that shit every
versatility.
day. Hell yeah. Respectfully. Now, next question. Any future expectations that you want to see for yourself for 2025? Where do you see your career to take off for this year?
Expectations?
Yes.
I don't like to have them, because that kind of gives you false hope with things. You kind of just have to let shit play out. But And to answer the question, I expect some way somehow to have a viral moment, and not like planted viral, just like someone shares my music and then
You feel what I'm
it
saying? Not
just blows up crazy. Like I always in my head, how I envision getting famous is me waking up from a nap with my phone with like 80 notifications and like 12 missed calls and texts, and then finding myself on the shade room.
that's mad. That would be crazy.
Like that's, of course, we make plans, God laughs. But that is literally how I see it happening. That's why I'm like, someone's just gonna share it one day who knows someone who knows someone who shares it, who knows someone, and then it's just in a matter of hours. Everyone's like, who's Cheeche Lovato? Who's Cheeche Lovato? Why I keep seeing her on Twitter?
You feel what I'm saying? Like, imagine if, like, fucking prime example. Imagine if Angel Reese was playing basketball to one of your fucking
Chi
songs.
mode.
Yeah,
Now
that's,
everybody's, what is it, Shazamming it? And then I start seeing my numbers go like, it's simple stuff like that. I don't really care for the money and shit right now. I just really want my music to get out to the world.
so
for
in
real.
terms of like an analytical thing from like your distro kid numbers, you don't think, oh, I want to probably get like 10,000 Apple Music listeners this year. You know what I'm
I
saying?
mean,
Number wise, yeah.
I already have like 40K.
Oh, 40K Apple. You
Sorry.
you hear
It's
that?
on my Apple for Artists.
Y'all better tap in. Cheeche Lovato, Apple.
I want to make my Spotify numbers go up because I don't promote Spotify like that. So all my streams really is on Apple. Like if you go on my Spotify, it's probably like ooh, because I don't care for it. But that I could say would be an expectation for like the wrap up. I get at least 20K streams for the year on Spotify. Hope some way somehow, I don't know, but.
No, I love that. So they definitely tapping in with you on both apps. Word.
Yeah, they just have iPhones, so they're gonna go to Apple. I get it.
Now, I want to piggyback off of your conversation about viral moments. Would you ever feel like you would do some fake shit? When I say fake shit, I mean like a skit or a funny scene, just you know what I'm saying, for your video to pop. But for your, you know what I'm saying, yeah, for your notoriety to go up.
No.
Like on some scripted, like your man, some comedy nigga hit you up. Yo,
Yeah.
sis, we gonna run, you know what I'm saying?
I'm just
Kick
gonna
me in the
run
nuts
in
or
the
some dumb
year and
shit.
just walk
Yeah.
off. I mean, if it's on that type of timing, yes. But me actually on my platform just planning something to put, no. Like I'll be like a cameo. I don't mind being viral with a cameo, but I'm not planning no corny shit like that. Like,
Nah, yeah, it doesn't really seem like your vibe, honestly.
it's really not. I tried to do different things if people have been witnessing for the last 6 months, and again, uncomfortable in a good way, but you got to see what works and sticks for real. I just know what I know.
Nah, definitely. Now let's talk anticipated songs that you got wanting to come out. You have a song that you plan on dropping with Benjamin Splash. Talk to me about that.
So we're still in the works with
You
that.
feel what I'm saying?
We
Yeah,
are
go
still
ahead.
in the works with
Yeah.
that. But
I would
once
love
we
to see how
lock
y'all sound
in,
on that.
me
Word.
too. Because he's a talented artist as well. We just got to lock in. His schedule has been busy. I see he's on the fashion side too. Shout outs to you.
You feel what I'm saying?
And I'm always doing something. I'm always locked in, working somewhere. So it's just a timing thing right now.
It's
But
all good.
I'm always open to collabs. I need to do more of them.
No, definitely. Freestyle platforms. Any that you've been on so far? You have a lot of different things you collaborated on.
Freestyle. Like where I just
Showcase. Yeah.
Lifestyle Studios platform did
Okay.
a freestyle. I was rapping. It was like a cipher that you could still find that. But that was like 3 years ago. That was like a freestyle thing. I have a platform that I'm just hoping and praying I get on. I don't know how though, but I have
Hey, send
all
that
the
email,
people
girl.
who are a part of it, but I'm not a dick writer, so I can't.
You're not
be
about to, oh, this is my
posting-
homegirl, yo, sis. I'm about
Yeah,
to buddy
so
a bitch for
just
no reason.
so I could get on the platform, I feel like that's
Yeah.
whack. That's why I try not to be so like,
In the mix.
hey,
Yeah.
I just let it happen naturally. But y'all gonna see me on the radar soon. I don't know
definitely.
how.
I fuck with that.
We gonna get on there. We gonna get on there. Just give me time.
Now, award shows. Which one holds more value to you, a BET award or a Grammy?
A Grammy.
Now,
That's just me.
personally speaking, I understand it.
Nothing
I personally,
against the black culture.
you feel what I'm saying? I would feel more connected with my urban crowd because I feel like their representation. Somebody probably just put some fake shit. You feel what I'm saying? Nigga, I won that shit by luck. I wouldn't really, not to say like that, but also appreciative of that demographic from the Grammys that taps in with me, but still, I'm a value more for my urban community, bro. You feel what I'm saying? My sisters,
True.
you feel what I'm saying? My peoples.
You have a
Even though those are the
point.
same crowd that critique the fuck out your own shit, be your own people, but hey, at least my own people acknowledge me. Like, so,
True. I would rather Grammy only because I just see Grammy as like you get one and you're kind of like solidified in a way.
nah, definitely.
You're taken more seriously when it says Grammy artist.
Grammy award winning artist
You know,
sounds.
but I would never in the shade a BET award because, like you said, it's for the coaches. What the culture feel like. But either award show can be rigged too. We've seen that happen. I just feel like once you get a Grammy, it's like
Solidified.
wow, you got a Grammy. People outside of your culture think you're the greatest in some sort of way, or whatever lane that may be.
You
And
feel what I'm
I
saying?
want at least 2 Grammys. I want at least 2.
Nah, 2-time champion. I'm fucking with that. Respect.
I'll be fine with 2, even 1, but I'd rather 2.
Nah, word. Now I know you remember VMAs back in the day.
Yes.
Now word. So let's talk about that. Any like teen crush you used to have back in the day? Teen like TV celebrity? Talk to me. Word.
Diggy Simmons for
No,
sure.
I'm fucking crying.
I had the biggest crush on Diggy Simmons. My God. Also, who was I like really as a teen? Kind of, sort of Justin Bieber. When he didn't have that swoop anymore. When he had the,
But I'm saying couple tattoos.
you know, then I was like, oh, okay,
My
Justin.
boy got some flavor.
You know me, but Diggy Simmons had my heart for sure, for sure.
I'm going front. Y'all gonna think I'm an old head nigga. Topanga.
Topanga, she was fire though.
I'm going front. She was
Like,
pain. Y'all made her look
she-
pain, bro.
So beautiful in those eyes
Yeah.
and the hair. Like, it just all made sense. I get it. 'Cause
No,
I even have a
word.
little crush.
All right, now talk to me about fashion sense. Where do you get your style from?
It depends how I feel during the day. Like, I look up to Tiana Taylor. That's my fashion idol. Let's start there. More respect to Tiana Taylor. And a bit of Zendaya's looks is really cute to me. Cardi B as well, Kim Kardashian. But, well, before Kanye. Or was it after Kanye? Or was it
After
during
Kanye, after Kanye is skim shit.
Okay, so during,
Okay.
I guess. She was very
That was very
creative.
dark. She was wearing a lot of black and shit.
But it was cute how she put the stuff together. I just go based off of my emotion for the day. If I feel like I want to be skimpy and risque, I'm just gonna dress as is. Or if I'm more so like tomboy aesthetic is my comfort clothes. But when it's time to dress up, I know how to switch up. I like to switch up a lot.
You feel what I'm saying?
People on their toes.
That's what one thing I like to big up about the ladies. Y'all have many ways y'all can switch up y'all style. It's unisex with y'all shit. Y'all really could go tomboy
Word.
one day, girly girl. You feel what I'm saying? Show a little skin in the part. You feel what I'm saying, fellas? It's streetwear.
It's really
it's
streetwear,
streetwear and
sweat.
professional. No gangster. Those are 2 options. We got streetwear, hood nigga shit, and suit and tie. Bro, what the what?
You ain't
what
about
do
to
we
be
have in
wearing
between
other
that?
stuff where that would be sketchy. You look like Playboy Cardi.
You feel what I'm saying? Yo, I'm fucking crying.
That's switching it up. I don't know.
Nah, word. Now, besides fashion sense, let me see. What's a big, like, what has been a great influence into your music besides fashion? Let's talk like TV.
Yes.
to me.
I have a lot of nostalgic moments or things that tie into my music. I have older people who really enjoy me and listen to me, which be
I'm
like,
not surprised. You have classical soulful
you
music.
know, like neo soul. So a lot of that is from the shows I grew up on. I was a big Disney Channel fan. Very into like the classic '90s movies. Grew up on In Living Color and stuff like that. It has some relevancy to it. I liked a lot of the competition shows in the '90s, Star Search, stuff like that. I was watching Apollo. So yeah, anything nostalgic from my childhood kind of has some sort of resonation to like what I write now, what I drop now and stuff. Just gotta listen to it.
You know what I'm saying? Just tap in, have an open ear. That's all. Now, next question. For those who don't know, you're also a Leo. What's some good traits you love? What are some traits you love about Leos?
Where do I start? We're the best sign of the zodiac. Sorry, Sagittarius. You know, we're the real fire signs. I like how outspoken Leos are. I like that we're most hated. Have a love for when people don't like a certain thing. We're like the underdogs. You know, people can't stand us, but they want to be us. You know, Leos is just, we're very confident people and we're sure of ourselves. Sometimes it can come across a bit obnoxious. We can be very like loud and extra. I'm dramatic. My friends all could say I'm very dramatic. But we also are very loving, we're very nurturing, we're caring people. We love hard. And we're loyal as fuck. We're real big on loyalty. I can't do that fake shit. I can't smile in people's face I don't like.
At all, for real.
And I
ain't with
can't,
that shit.
you know, I feel like all fire signs are like similar though in that way too. Just very voicious, but cool ass people. Just don't piss them off.
Honestly.
That's it.
Could you date the same time as you?
I have.
And how was that experience? Not really the best. Yeah, I can't date a Sag. I'm not even gonna hold you. I don't. Well, I'm very. You feel what I'm saying? I have very selfish moments, and I would hate to see that in a woman. You feel what I'm saying? Personally speaking, I would hate to see that in a. Or
Even though not all Sages are the same, but y'all are very assertive when y'all can be.
Yeah.
Very hot headed. Dating another Leo is just dating another hothead. Honestly, we really acted off each other's emotions. So if I had attitude, he had attitude. If he had some sort of weird energy, nah, I'm being weird. I'm being petty. Like,
you know what I'm saying?
it's just a cycle. Oh my gosh, but we loved very hard too. Lasted 5 years.
You know what I'm saying? That fire sign, that's a motherfucker. I better watch out now. Mm-hmm. Word. Now, talk to me about your experience being a bartender. For those who don't know, Cheeche definitely was in the bartender industry with me. You feel what I'm saying? Drinking Fantasy was not dolly. So talk to me about your experience being a bartender.
I loved it at one point. I actually did bartending to get my music out there. That was my whole purpose of becoming a bartender, to work at a bar that is a lounge or a club, meet an executive, meet an A&R, show them my music, blow up. That was just my grand plan. And I got my license at 19, I believe, 19, 20. I couldn't even drink. But you could get your license at 18, so I got it. And from then to like 3 years ago, I've been bartending on and off. But I did it for connections, to build relationships. I enjoyed getting people drunk too. I really, really
fun
do.
experience,
It
right?
is so fun, especially when your drinks is good and they keep coming back for more
Yeah.
drinks. That just makes you feel good. Like, you want another one, and I'm gonna be a little heavy on the next cup. You know?
Right.
And then they tips. We love the tips.
For me, have you ever had like a freshman, like an amateur moment, dropping a glass or some shit? Talk to me. It's cool.
Oh my gosh. When I first started, I used to do private parties before I went into lounges. So I worked at this wedding one time, fresh out. Didn't know how to properly pour champagne, was spilling it on people. I remember I had a clumsy moment and I knocked down all like the, you know how to have the displays?
The glass of the champagne, it was empty.
No, the display liquors to show what's behind the bar.
I get all four, yeah, line by line.
Knocked those over, broke two, and everybody was staring at me. And I was the only bartender for a whole wedding. So I was just like, but they were so patient with me. Shout outs to y'all.
You know what I'm saying? It's all good. Humble beginnings, definitely.
Yeah. And there was one time I made a drink wrong and I swore I made it right too until I read the ingredients and I just had to eat that humble pie because it was actually margarita. They teach us that. That's top drink, right? I haven't made it probably in like 2 years while I was doing it. So then I was at this white bar and they make everything naturally. So I forgot how to naturally make a margarita with lime and stuff and like the muddling. And I'm just like, sour mix, tequila, triple sec. And they're like,
tasted the difference.
They was like, nah, you didn't mold the lime, you didn't put simple syrup. I'm like, oh, like that was very embarrassing because I lied and
Not
said
too much now.
I was bartending for 5 years and I wasn't. And then that's how they knew.
Word. Now I remember you thought it was funny how I brought up how you give off like a sense of a Harlem vibe. Did anybody else agree with me? Has anyone else told you this? You give off Harlem?
Not a lot of people,
Okay.
but I've heard it before. More so because of my aesthetic.
And do you agree?
I can see why I feel that way because Harlem, that's a very swaggy area. Thank you. But I'm not from Harlem, I'm from Bedstuy. Thank you. The style to be exact. Yeah.
Nah, fuck with that. Nah, word. Now, is it hard to juggle like your personal time? When I say not even personal time, is it hard to juggle career life with your job as well as trying to find time to go to the studio?
Yes.
How
And
so?
not because of time, but because of budgeting.
Mm.
Because everything costs. And if your music video or content that you have a rollout for the month is about $1,200, and studio is like 70 an hour because you want a specific sound. You can't go to anybody. I'm
You feel
very
me?
particular. That costs, and then you got to pay rent and bills and
Right.
survive and keep up your hair, and because I live by, I live on my own.
You feel me?
So that is a bit of a juggle because, I'm still trying to find more money so I can be comfortable with doing 80 things at once, but then you got to pick and choose, and that's
Yeah.
the hard part. I would love to be in the studio every fucking day, but realistically, I can't do that right now.
Understandable. It's
You
totally
know.
fine. Nah, word. Now, let me see. I remember you brought up budgeting for a second. On October of 2022, you made like a rage post. A lot of artists have these, which is totally fine, of course.
It's TMZ in here.
You feel what I'm saying? Now, we ain't got to get too in depth, but just talk to me about why you were frustrated about your music career.
I was frustrated at that point because I felt like it wasn't taking off the way I wanted to. And I was putting so much more money into all the right things that people who's been doing it for years was telling me I need to do with the money, and like marketing, the visuals has to be superb, and like gotta go to this and you gotta look like this, and like I'm doing it and it's like slow progresses. And
Little baby
I'm
steps.
very hard on myself, like extremely, because I take this so serious that I see slow progress as no progress. And I get into my head and start beating myself up. So it was just a moment of frustration of because I really want to make it. And it's like all these other whack ass people just taking off.
You feel what I'm saying?
And then it's me who's like, hey, listen.
Your time is gonna come, girl.
I know I got to learn patience. I do. Because God does things for a reason, for real.
For real. And also, I wanted you to like break down the process of, let's say another up and coming female artist wants to understand how much does this cost. So let's just say break down the price range. So from studio to music video to what else are the other things you should incorporate and budget your money for.
If you want a decent looking video, you're spending up around $600 to $1,000, right? If you want a decent sounding studio that's not just a hole in the wall, 60 to like 80. Even though you could find some good ones for 40, 45, but like you gotta search for those. Like they're diamonds in the rough. You can't really find that no more. You gotta pay for the hair and the makeup. I have short hair.
I'm saying, fellas, you gotta get your hair cut done too.
Makeup is already like an arm and leg for a simple beat. It's like $90. I could do that myself. Venues, if you're doing videos, cost. Pair space is a lot. So if you want it for like 2-3 hours, that's another probably $300-$400.
I ain't gonna front. You doing yourself a service being a content creator. Like, you know what I'm saying? Doing your own shit. Man, you
Knowing
money.
how to do it, you save so much money.
I'll be damned if I paid a videographer a pair space, man.
Where you gotta pay the video?
Man.
You gotta pay also the clothes that you're gonna wear,
You know what I'm saying?
the sneakers. You gotta make sure everything is at a specific time because then you'll have to pay more.
Oh, yeah.
And to pay to be on playlists, platforms. Y'all are doing a lot lately with y'all prices, okay? Like, I get it, but like, relax. Expensive as fuck.
How much? So, don't even give a name, but like, what's the standard price of like a freestyle platform?
Lately, the lowest I've been seeing is like $400.
For what, an hour? What we get?
Yeah, I get an hour. That's for the one package because they got 3 packages.
You know what I'm saying?
The lowest package is already $4. If you want more stuff and more props and
Promo,
shit,
they collab, they
that's $800. Then you got the $1,000 one where it's
so
probably 3 to
4,
5.
4, 8 a band.
And it's like, bro, half of y'all don't even have y'all questions ready. Y'all don't even know about the artist for real. Y'all just want the money. And it shows by how the interview goes throughout the 30 or hour of the interview. You can just tell, like,
The substance is getting dry.
You know, or they keep asking the same question in different ways, or the artists, because
I
there's a
hate
lot of
repetitive. I've
y'all.
never asked the same question twice.
You know, there's
Okay.
artists who just don't have media training too, so they just high and stupid, and they sitting there, and you can't get nothing out of them, so you don't really know much about them because they don't talk. You know, like it's just
So
but
I'm
all this costs.
so I'm guessing you've had your fair share of bad podcasts, right?
Yes, I have.
All right. Describe like what happened. Did he not know much background about you? Detail? Did you guys not talk on the phone
Um,
prior?
I just felt like the basis of the questions was just kind of messy. It wasn't really.
Trending beef related topics.
It wasn't really trying to get to know me as the artist and like show people what I can do. It was more so what's my opinion on this artist versus this artist and like clickbait shit to
Okay.
make me go viral and people cancel me. You know, like okay, but I
And
still
that's the
said
first
it
impression too. Right.
for a fact. It's crazy.
But I'm glad you got your. If I'm saying second time try, obviously we spiced it up a little bit. Fantasy Tea, we got a new drink. Definitely these better questions. If I'm saying we outside, respectfully.
Type shit.
Word. Now
Wait.
cover art. I know you guys can't see this, but I'll put this up in the logo for you. But this cover art that you have in the back, talk to me about this. Where did this come from? What song is this for?
That's for Insecure. I wanted a vulnerable cover art because the song was vulnerable. And I wanted it simple as hell.
No, I fuck with it though. Even though
Super
it's
simple.
simple, it speaks a lot for itself. There's a lot of volume to it.
And, you know, it was given face. So we loved that. And yeah, it was like the certain songs, I really don't have much of a backstory because it's just creating. Like, I just wanted to create, and that's what came out of it. All right.
But just all right, but like I was saying, since we still on the topic of podcasts before, talk to me, my brother Fabrice. What's Cooking Podcast? He dropped a similar series before, Henny and Taylor Port, right? That's the name of it?
Yes, that's actually where the first time I actually met him at that event. It was a vibe. I met a lot of artists there. Like a lot of artists there.
Was it like a showcase? Talk to me. What
It was more so like a pass the aux type of deal. Like artists were just playing their music and other artists were vibing to it, and you just network and collab, see who knows who. He was one of the people who was kind of impressed by the songs I was playing. I didn't even think no one was listening because, again, a lot of people in there was rappers anyway. Drill songs, that's all I heard all night. So then I was just like, I don't want to change the vibe. That's when I started getting in my head. But then I'm like, let's play vibes. Because I know that song is an all-around universal song. Like, you got to at least bop your head to it. The beat is just addicting like that.
for me?
And that's all it wrote. I ended up playing like 3 songs. Everybody was fucking with it. And I also made it more comfortable for other female artists to want to go on and play their music because it was just mad men for like 2 hours.
Oh, so you were the first woman to come up.
From what I know,
Person. I love that.
You know, from what,
Pioneer.
because it was me and 2 other artists who was trying to figure out who go 1st. And I'm just like, fuck it, I'm gonna go first. Let's turn this shit up. And I made some good relationships from there. So shout outs to you, Breeze.
Now, of course. Now, on the topic of supportive female artists, do you feel like the industry is very supportive of you? Do other R&B women artists, you know what I'm saying, tap in? Do they do they share your music?
You tell other people in the industry?
Like other similar artists, do other R&B artists show love?
Yeah, I get more male fans than women though. That's just the I won't say weird, but that's just the funny thing. I have way more male fans, supporters than females, but the females still show out. They still show love. I still have a lot of collabs that I need to do with a lot of singers. That's so dope. But I see the difference with the analytics and stuff.
Word.
It'd be more
But you
on the
peep men,
males.
watch your
Yeah,
views
way. No, they share me way more. I don't know.
We like your music. What can we say?
Yeah, I appreciate that. You know, and
Word.
also being cute.
Feel me? But
It helps.
question, what's on your Apple Music playlist? What is Cheeche listening to nowadays?
Right now, I'm into that. What's this song? I've been listening to the Everything a Boy Needs album by K Wonder Boy. It's like a collaborative album with mad artists that he wrote songs for. And I went to the listening party. It was like 2 songs that I'm like, And then I went home 2 days later and re-listened to the whole album. And I've actually been hooked since it dropped. And do I say underground? I want to say underground. He's like me and the Rhythm, but he's more so on the songwriter side. He also does his own music, but this was just like to showcase his songwriting. And like that's a fire album. But other than that, I'm all over the place for music, honestly.
Yeah, give me a couple
all
names.
over
Who you basically?
Drake.
All right.
I want to say Kalani.
Okay, I fuck with that. I missed that
Demi
song that she
Lovato.
dropped with Tori. You know that song?
Yes, that they took off the freaking streaming platform.
I love that song.
She's cool. Demi Lovato, cause that's my girl. Kind of stole her name.
I mean, so
Doja Cat. How can I forget Doja Cat? I'm like a
some
Doja Cat fan. Nicki Minaj. I don't. Let me not say that. Beyonce, because that would have been controversial.
shout out the Houston girlies. You know what I'm saying?
You know? But yeah, just to say it through, I can't really. I listen to everything.
All genres with you.
Yeah, very much.
I already know the
Ghostwriter?
Yes. I'm gonna redo the. You know what I'm saying? Now I already know the answer to this next question, but would you ever book a ghostwriter? Talk to me. Keep it right.
If you asked me this 4 years ago, no.
Okay.
But now, current me, I wouldn't be unopen to it.
All right. You suggest it.
I'll give it a try. I'm just very like, my songs is my babies.
You know what I'm saying?
But I want to get in more spaces where I'm doing co-writing, songwriting sessions too. Like, because again, the more ideas you have to work with, I feel like the better the flow of what you're trying to convey in a song. And I have a lot of moments where I have writer's block because I feel like I be writing about the same shit, but just in different ways. So now I'm open to the help. I'm open to it. Like, if it sounds good, as long as I still sound like me, I'm fucking with it. It's cool.
Now, next question before we wrap this up. What advice do you have for the girlies who are aspiring, trying to drop music, and who are frustrated about it not taking off? They're spending money in the studio, they're investing their time. What advice do you have to the girlies? Talk to me.
You have to stay the course. This is not a race at all. And it took almost a decade to realize that it's really consistency. Like, we have no control over numbers. We have no control over getting on any of that. All we can control is the work we put out and how consistent, how hard working we are, and the quality of what you're putting out too also matters, because putting out bullshit, you're going to get bullshit results. It may work for some, but it don't work for all. And just remember why you're doing it and stay true to that. Don't lose your integrity. You'll be Gucci. Eventually, shit gonna start falling into place. It's just on God's timing, for real.
You know what I'm saying? Be truthful with the patient. It's going to be a journey.
It's a virtue.
And just remember every experience that comes along with it's a lesson.
Type shit.
No, honestly, word. I love that. That's a great outro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Push out to the girlies, give some insightful thought.
Yes, it's trial and error.
No, they definitely will be tapping in with you. And before we wrap this up, social media platforms, where can they find you on Apple Music, Spotify, YouTube?
I love this part. So, boom. You can find me on Instagram at _Cheeche the Singer, CheeChe. Let's get that right. The Singer. I got banned from Twitter lately. I don't know how my Twitter account got disabled, but follow me on the gram. You can find my music on all platforms, literally all platforms. Cheeche Lovato. You'll see this face. You know it's me. And yeah, I'm outside. I'm everywhere. You're going to see me worldwide very soon.